Hey y'all, this is just a quick video. I've been asked a couple times for those that are just wrapped up the dash. I've been asked a couple times, how does the Dialogue Doctor community work outside of a Dialogue Dash? So I'm going to record this quick video about like what happens in the Dialogue Doctor community, where you can find stuff. And I'm going to put it in the general section of the chat because I realize some of our like long-term members probably don't know everything that's happening in the Dialogue Doctor community too. So let's go. Let me share a screen and we'll talk through this. So the place to find everything in Dialogue Doctor World is at the website, dialoguedoctor.com. This is kind of the portal to go anywhere. This front screen is really just for people coming into the Dialogue Doctor the first time. It's not necessarily something that like I expect people to read more than once. So the menu buttons up here are where you'll find stuff. If you go to the learning button, you can sign up for the free weekly newsletter there. It actually only comes out about once every other week just because life gets crazy and I can't quite get it out every week. Sometimes I'm really good and I get it out every single week. Sometimes it's like we'll go like 2 weeks without one. So yeah, it comes out. Courses are here. If you click on this button to go to courses, you end up going to Teachable, where the Dialogue Doctor Teachable page. This is a place where you can sign up for all of our events and like engage in stuff. So right now we have 3 courses up for sale. These are our, when you hear me talk about our our summer and fall courses, this is where you'll find them. You can actually, but if you hit view all products, it'll show you our older courses that are things that you can just get. They're like standard, like we did the intimacy language of love masterclass earlier this year. You can actually buy the recording of that if you didn't get to come to it. So that's in our courses section. And again, that's under the learning button in the thing. And then you can get, this is another thing people don't know, but if you come to the weekly podcast, all of the episodes are listed. You can look at all 210 episodes that are up. Here's another fun trick that I know some of you know that not all of you do. If you want to know what's coming, I usually actually post the episode on this list that's coming up this week on like Saturday or Sunday. So they're not released until Monday or Wednesday, but they get posted when I do the episode. So they're all up there. You can also find places to listen to them here. Here's another fun trick. This little box here, this goes directly to my cell phone. So if you ever need me urgently, a lot of y'all don't talk to me in Slack. You talk to me in this box, which is funny to me because I'm also on Slack. But yeah, you can find me here. The problem is if you use this little box here, I don't know who I'm talking to. It's totally blind on my end, which feels like a fail in the system. If you click on the coaching button, we're currently offering 4 kinds of coaching. There's an Ask Us Anything coaching. This is just an hour. What's different between an Ask Us Anything and a Dialogue Doctor session is we're not prepping anything. For it's 45 minutes. The coaches aren't prepping anything for Ask Me Anything. So if you just want to like, if you have a question and we don't need to prepare, we're going to charge you a lot less for that. If you want a session where we're doing words, we kind of keep it to 2,000 to 3,000 words. 1 hour Zoom call, that's $149. You can register for that here. If you want the 4-block session, where each session you get 4,000 to 6,000 words, you get a lot more words this way, but you got to break them into 4 sections. You can schedule for that too. And then we're also still offering, like, if you want us to do your full book, Laura and JP and I have some time to talk about a full book. You can do that here. Our rates for that change, and they're actually different for each coach. So if you click that here, you can get in touch with the coach and we'll talk to you about it. And then if you don't know what you want, you can always schedule a 15-minute call with me. But all of these are where we can just talk about what you need. All of that's under the coaching button. So the community, the Dialogue Doctor community is over at Patreon. And if you click on that community button, like I just did, you go to patreon.com /Jeff Elkins. So that's where you can sign up for the community. There's 3 tiers to the community. There's join the Dialoggers or become a Dialogger, Dialogger deep dives, and then the Dialogger support team. So join the Dialoggers. You get a weekly rundown recommendations newsletter, although I haven't written that in a month. It's just a Saturday thing that comes out that's like, hey, here's what's happening in the community this week. You get membership to the Dialogue Doctor Slack. So if you're in the Dash and you want to stay in the Slack, come and join the Dialoggers. It's $5 a month. You get the twice a month Zoom call. We do this twice a month. We'll do an office hours, right? These change, like what these Zoom calls are, they change. Right now, we're doing an office hours once a month, and then once a month I try to bring something that's like a teaching to these where we talk. Last year we did short stories and book clubs. So once a month we did a short story, and then once a month we like did a book club or a movie. I might go back to that. But we're always changing these up. But we'll have some kind of community gathering over Zoom twice a month. And then we do a weekly writing prompt, and there's a weekly AI prompt. You see those in the Slack, but they also get sent out to people via Patreon. So that's what you get for $5 a month. For $8 a month, you get all of that stuff, and then you also get a bonus episode I put out once a week. Again, I try once a week. That one usually ends up being like 2 out of 3. I get like 2 out of 3 weeks, and then I'll miss one. Those bonus episodes are like 20 to 30 minutes long. They are me just talking about what I'm learning, what I'm experiencing, what I'm seeing in the community. People ask me questions, I'll answer those questions. They're much less informal than the Dialogue Doctor podcast. They're much more me just kind of chatting about things. And again, they're shorter. They're like 20 to 30 minutes long. And they're mostly audio. Sometimes I'll do a video if I have something to show, but they're typically audio. And then there's the support team. This is something we started this year that we're trying out. So far it's going great. So I assume we'll keep it, but I'm always kind of playing with like these tiers and what we're doing. Right now, the support team, you get all the stuff in the other tiers, but then you also get a weekly meeting with me. We're meeting Saturday at 8:30 a.m. And as a team, we're asking like, what do we need to help us advance to the next stage of our author life, whatever that stage looks like. The team this year's been working a lot on mindset. That's been like our driving force. So like on Saturday we met, and I kind of looked at like the teachings of Simon Sinek and Godin and Dana Kay and some other kind of like entrepreneurial mindset people, Donald Miller, and I condensed them all into like a slideshow about like what those people thought our mindset should be. And then as a team, we met and discussed that thing. So sometimes we'll put team members on the hot seat and we'll talk about like, hey, let's process as a team this problem you're having. But what the content of the meeting changes, what's key is that the meeting is all about what the team needs. So that's the support team. It's $20 a month. It is a weekly meeting. If you can't attend Saturdays at 8:30, we actually have a lot of people who are on the team that don't attend. They just want to watch the videos. That's also an option. I do put the videos up in Slack every week. They're in a hidden channel in the support team channel. So that is those are the Patreon tiers. You can subscribe for them monthly where it just comes out of your credit card or your bank account every month. Or if you subscribe annually, if you click this button, you can pay annually. It shows you what it is a month annually. So those are the tiers. You can engage with the posts either on Slack or here on Patreon. I actually subscribe to a whole bunch of Patreons, and I like the Patreon app. It makes it easier to get all this stuff. So that's how you join the community. And again, you do that through the community button at Dialogue Doctor, or you can just go to patreon.com/Jeff Elkins. I'm trying to think what else is happening in the community. You find the free tools. I have to update these. It's been a while since we looked at these, but we have all the free tools here on the website too. And then there's the summer and fall events. So we have 3 events coming up. There is the writing master class on writing and editing themes and character growth arcs. JP and I are teaching this class. We're thinking of it as like a story hypothesis 2.0, like taking story hypothesis a little bit deeper than we typically do. One of the things that we're going to do that people have asked us to do is we're going to look at all of the different types of personality tests, not just talk about how they're used, but talk about how to analyze them and use them and what it is you need. We're going to set up a framework for like, hey, what do you need when you're designing themes, character growth arcs, and personalities? And then through that framework, look at what does each of these provide you and what are they missing so that you know kind of how this thing is serving you and how it's not serving you. You can register for that here, or you can register for it at Teachable. This link actually, this link actually takes you here. So do it either place. We're doing another dash in October, November, and the beginning of December. That's going to be great. I totally recommend you sign up for that. And then we're doing a 9-week cohort style course called Edit Yourself Like a Dialogue Doctor. I'm really excited about this. It's going on Wednesdays from September 1st through October 30th. It's going to be a really great course. There'll be 5 teaching sessions with practice exercises, and where it's all about editing. So that's going to be a great one too. So, and you can find all of that in this link on the website, Summer and Fall Events 2024, or you can just go to dialoguedoctor.teachable.com/courses. That feels like a lot for me, but you can find it there as well. I always tell people just to go to the website. Okay, so that's how the Dialogue Doctor stuff works. There's the coaching, there's the learning, which is the free newsletter. The podcast, we're always putting up courses that you can get over at Teachable or register for our fall events. And then to stay engaged on a routine basis and really be a part of the community, sign up for the Patreon. And that's where you sign up for these 3 tiers and get the bonus stuff that happens. Okay, if you have any questions about any of this, ask me in the Slack and I'll be around to answer them today. I hope that's helpful. Thanks, y'all.